Boynton, and I'm president of the Connecticut chapter of the National Organization for Women. And before I start my speech, I want to recognize that standing over against one of the poles there is a 97-year-old feminist. We have generations of people who are here today, and that idea that we are still fighting for some of the problems that we have been fighting for over 100 years, for over 200 years, in some cases for centuries. We need to realize it is time to solve these problems now. So there's a social meme going around right now that shows a really angry looking bird. It's shooting through the air and it looks like a bullet, and there's a caption with it that says, "This bird keeps itself in the air by the sheer force of anger alone."
Repeat it. Because of the street noise.
Can you hear me now?
No, it was the street, wasn't you.
So there's a meme on social media right now of a bird, a very angry bird that's flying through the air like a bullet. And along with it is a caption that says, "This bird keeps itself in the air by the sheer force of anger alone." I decided to look up that bird. It's a loggerhead shrike. Now, what I found is that the shrike actually just flies like any other bird. It doesn't really use anger to compel it. But what the bird does do, which makes it unusual from other birds, is that instead of eating insects and worms, it eats insects and animals like rats that are actually larger than it. It goes after animals that, for those who don't know anything about birds, might look at that bird and the rat it's about to attack and say, "That rat is undefeatable." Well, we have people in power today who believe that they are undefeatable. Countless times in these past 22 months, all of us here have taken action in response to often unbelievable decisions that were made in Washington. But from this point on, we just can't react anymore. We have to act continually, every day, everywhere, and in every way. There are roughly 745 hours between now and 6 a.m. on Election Day. Wow. We will make change not just by reaching most people, but we will make change by going out there and reaching the right people. We have to go out there and reach the people who think like we do, who believe what we do. We have to go out there and knock on doors and make phone calls and be as fearless and afraid as that loggerhead shrike who doesn't get afraid and goes after what he wants. At risk today are the things that make up the very core of who we are. At risk are the things that what America is built on, including freedom of speech, the promise of a government that will not deprive any person of life, liberty, or happiness, and that we are a nation of truth and justice for all. For its very survival, that bird isn't afraid to go after what seems undefeatable. Today, we all have to make a commitment to use our outrage, to go after things that sometimes might seem impossible. We have to use our outrage to succeed in November. Please help us.